Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader. It's 12/12/11. That's Monday, December the 12th. These are the charts of the day. As promised, I am going to go over some boxer shorts, but I also want to show you a select group of longs. So the video may be a little longer than normal. Starting off with ENDP. Some positive news today, and the stock gapped out of a little flag and ran up across resistance from at this line into the resistance zone. Up next is 37.725, and beyond that we have potential of 40 or better, and I think you may see that. Today's volume is extraordinary at 4.2 million shares, the biggest volume since June. Mags had a really interesting day. Late in the session, it started to run and pop from about 405 up to 454 and closed up 38 cents or 9% of the day. Volume was light, so I'm not overly getting excited yet, but this stock could gap and run, and if it gets above 510, could explode into that 6.5 range. Low price arena has had a big move lately, coming from about $1.25 up to 265. It backed off on Friday, but today came right back up another 19 cents or 9.5%. 5.5 million traded. You can see on balance volume is thrusting, and the stock looks like now that it's gone up across that line and taken at this line, reaching that area, which is now a big gap from the September period of last year. You may see the gap filled. That would take us to 340. LNG, today was a special day in that its falling wedges perhaps popped, with it only gained 52 cents or 5.5%, but at one point was up as much as 90 cents. Although 8.1 million traded, and that was the biggest volume in a couple weeks. Technicals may have turned as well. We'll see if there's a follow through to the upside. But my target's up around 12.75 and then 14.5. GNRC, I'm showing you this because after I noted the breakout of this neckline and the pullback here, the stock reversed and has exploded in the last 3 months, moving from 15.5 to 28.30 at today's high. But more importantly, new all-time highs, up another 59 cents, only 2%, but it appears to me that this one has more to go and may see 31 to 33 zone short term. FCEL, significant price breakout today off across the declining top line, 50-day moving average, and it closed near the upper end of the range for a gain of 14 cents or almost 15%, 4.4 million traded. We may very well, if we can get to today's high around 112, see an extension up to the 140 area, maybe as high as 150 short term, and then we'll see if we can get up to my secondary target, 185.90. AFFY has been really trending nicely of late. Let's step back a little bit, take a look. This long base over the last year and a half, it has been pushed up into the upper end of the resistance zone with a big thrust from 4.25 up to more than 8 and change, nearly 8.5. It backed off Thursday, and today was up another 16 cents. As you can see, the consolidation taking place in here. Should we get above Thursday's high, and that's what we need to watch. That's 8:45. I can see the stock exploding into much higher levels, at least to get into the 10-11 zone for starters. DEXO has come out across this declining tops line, popped, and then pulled back to flag. Now today moved 14 cents or 10%, but I'm thinking it may be the beginning of a move that takes it up toward the top of the channel around 225, 250 zone. WPRT also may be setting up as this declining tops line and this big consolidation may be finishing. It was up 93 cents or 3.2% today. Volume increased slightly, but if it gets through this line with increased volume, we can make an important move on it, and I may put it out as a swing trade. And lastly today on the long side is Anika, which made a move to tag a new high here at 8.85 before backing off. Still is up 35 cents to their 4%. And if it continues, I would look for a move up towards 10 short term. Secondary target up around 11.75. That's it for the long side today. Let's take a look at some boxer shorts. HollyFrontier, this massive top was broken, snapped back to the moving average, and then rolled over. Now it was only off 72 cents or 3% today, but this thing rolls down below 21.5. We could see that thing come down and come down hard, perhaps into the mid-teens. BMC software continues to look ugly, down another 84 cents or 2.5%, but look where it is, right on this support line, and if that's broken, look for a move down to the bottom of the channel near 30.5. Abercrombie and Fitch, we've been negative on for quite a while. Well, anyway, it did, after getting crushed from 77 down to 44, the stock has snapped back to resistance. But today backed off $1.09 or 2%. If it gets any lower, we could see a rollover to test the lows at 44. perhaps even down to 41. The other half of that energy complex that I'm watching that with a massive topping formation is CVI. This 1 year or year and a half long topping pattern broke here, bear flag formed, and then it backed off. Today, it was only down 29 cents, but if it does break below, say, 17.75, 18 range, you can see a quick rollover that takes us to new lows, maybe even down as low as the 13, 14 zone. Ben Franklin, Franklin Resources, Ben was off 304 or 3% today. But more importantly, this entire pattern and this wedge that's forming is in jeopardy of a breakdown. Now, should we get a break of that line, look for a test of the lows and maybe even a test of this low back here about a year and a half ago, down around the low 80s. ASMI back off $1.59 today to 5.7%, but it appears that that line, that support line right in here, is broken. That this major rising channel bottom is in jeopardy. That's around 25, and if we see a crack below 24, we can see a hard rollover. It takes us down into the high teens. BIN, one of our new stocks I put on all this for Sunday. Today was off 41 cents or 2%, but look where it's testing. It took out this line today. It's testing that line as well. And any move below that could result in a rollover into the 17, 16 area. KRA, Kraton Performance, is from the big bear flag or bear wedge of sorts. You can notice how this line here has held it back for the last week and a half. If it accelerates and takes out that line, look for a test of 17.5 and then perhaps even 14.5, my trading target. GPRO, very similar pattern, large multi-month consolidation, appears to be coming down. 95-cent loss today, and if we take out that line and it's right on it, a test of the August lows around 54 could take place, and a crack of that could result in a move down at the bottom of the channel near the mid-40s. And lastly, today is Waters Corp, which had a $1.28 decline, but it's right on support here, double support. And if that cracks, we could see a nasty spill that rolls over hard into the mid-60s, if not lower. That's it for tonight. There's some ideas both long and short. Good luck tomorrow.